Last session, many things happened to many people.
Quite a lot indeed.
Yes. Do you want to do a quick recap, Griff?
Well, I missed a little bit of it because, well, issues. I remember my part wherein, I was harassed by a demon bird, threatened revenge, and basically told that, there's nothing I can do. So, I'm probably gonna end up hiding in a closet. But not everyone else.
Yes.
Let's hope you don't hide in an oven.
That might
Um,
protect me more, though.
Or refrigerator.
Celine was able, spoke with, or prayed to Serona, but also did the first in the devil's bargain, but also managed to bring back a happy Shiba Inu back to, I guess, her own house now. So Marie, Ivan, and herself and Yazi are, I guess, back at the vineyard. Yay.
And it's good information. Joshua fucked up again. Didn't do much aside from personal things. And I don't believe it was the end of the night. It was.
Right, I think it was very much a fresh night, even.
Yes. We'll begin with Dylan. Dylan.
Okay.
After contacting you some nights ago, you receive a quick message, a short message, asking you to come visit her in her house in town. It's in the middle of town. It's not really well, she calls it her house, but it's more like a big flat on the first floor.
Of course, it's just a little house, just a little place.
Yeah, still.
All right, I, still trying to keep my shit together from the earlier moment. I go pay her a visit.
Without too much trouble, you arrive. Oh, I'm gonna go back to this one. Near the place. It's in the center of the town. It's in a neat little area. It's a nice place to feed. There's lots of bars around, lots of movement, lots of life. But it's in a super expensive part of the town. For anyone with middle class or working class anyway. As you arrive, you climb up the step, knock at the door, and you can hear Cyrus say, "Oh yes, come in. Just a moment. I'll be here soon."
All right, I make my way in.
There's a little. There's a room where she usually entertains guests. There's a couch, TV that is turned off, and just an area to wait. You can hear your sire talking with someone else in the next room. Is muffled bit because the door is closed.
Can I walk up to the door and?
You could try with. Do you want to be sneaky about it?
Well, duh.
You know. Do me a dex stealth check.
That's a normal roll.
Yes. Yeah, you managed to be quiet enough to listen to their conversation. She's talking with a man. You don't recognize the voice. And she's not whispering, but she's not talking very loudly. And what you can hear says, so this is the deal. We will help you get your part of territory, and until you will help us later on. The man says, yeah, it's agreed. I've brought the camera that you ask and she says, good, good. All right. Now, if you excuse me, I have some other business to attend to. And I say, yes, of course. And they both begin to walk to the door where you're at, and you
I
stuff
saw.
enough to go back to.
I'm by the window staring out.
Yeah. And then they're out. Do you turn to see who's here, or do you just look at the window and don't try really to pry in?
Oh no, I turn around and see if I can get a look at the dude.
Yep. You can see this creepy fellow. Just looking just to see him, and as usual, it's a pleasure doing business with you. And he nods to you when politely. The Brotherhood of Note. Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that last part.
No, it's fine. I just read something like something. He nods politely to you when he, without really introducing himself, he makes his way out.
All right, I nod back. Can I get any more insight for who this guy is? I mean, I do have trained observer. I don't even know why I put so many points in this if it's not really applicable.
Yeah, you could. Make me observation check, resolve composure. Train with server lets you. How many dots do you have a travel server again?
3.
Trained observer. Do. No, not mystery cold. Come on, come on. Yeah, you benefit from 8 again.
So no modifiers, just 8 again.
Yes, that's pretty good.
Wow.
He's dressed sharp, but not. His suit is not really expensive. Um, his skin is rather pale, so it does not need to appear to try to pass for human. You sense his kindred aura, of course. He does, yeah. He has a face tattoo, and you think you saw others glimpse of other tattoo under his sleeves. He's a bit corpulent, but seems to move with enough, well, with some agility.
What kind of facial tattoos does he have?
It doesn't really. It doesn't really make any sense. It's. Can you see the picture? Yep, it's really it's faded black ink around his temple and under his eye. Doesn't remind you of anything in particular. But yeah, this guy is probably tried to dress himself nicely, but he's either not very um either doesn't really follow the latest fashion, or he
So,
doesn't have
so,
enough money to do it.
so he's a street thug posing as a upper class.
More middle class, posing as upper class.
Gotcha. Any other details that his demeanor, like any other details that I think would be important?
Not really.
All right
Truth only,
then.
you don't really. You only have motor senses for now.
All right, so I just put him in my mental Rolodex, and I greet my sire.
She comes to give you a kiss on his side of the cheek in a very French manner. You know, it is you all have a stereotype that will do it all the time. Well, she does it all the time. With
Okay, I go along, and I don't know what the protocol is. I'm not French, but I know of the kissing.
yeah, it's basically smashing cheeks together and pretend to and do kissing sound. It's weird. And she says, so good to see you, Don. How have you been?
I've had better evenings, but I'm hoping that you'll make my night brighter.
Well, maybe I have some well favor to ask of you. Ah,
I am always at your service.
1 minute. Just sit down and relax. I'll bring the things. And she goes back to what you assume would be a kitchen if she was alive. It's the same room where she was discussing uh, business.
I sit down casually on the couch.
She comes back rather quickly with a suitcase and what appears to be a map of a stick. She put it down on the table and said, "Well, I've been thinking about what you said to me, and I have a plan. I'd
I'm
like you to
all
be part of it."
I'm all ears.
All right. Well, as you know, this affair or this whole blood stealing business thing that you told me about, it's gonna get messy. And from what you tell me real soon. Wonder why I wasn't informed of this, but hmm. So I ask an acquaintance to give me these. She opened up the suitcase, and you can see a pair of what appears to be six little Do you have technology or computers? You don't. It
I
appears to be
have neither.
six cameras, little cameras, really high tech. You don't really. Could be a webcam, it could be. It's not really. It filmed in Paul VN, but
I've watched enough spy movies. I get the general idea.
yeah. Well, since you're in on this, um, I have the idea of we should probably. You have the address of this of their headquarters, right? When the shit is going to go down.
And I go over to the suitcase and I pick one up and I'm kind of like looking at it, obviously looking at it like, wow, I've never seen one of these before. And I'm like, yeah, I have all the relevant information.
Excellent. Well, here's what we're gonna do. I want you to go and, for security purposes and information gathering, of course, um, I've mapped a few points that basically cover the whole perimeter, rather the whole neighborhood. And I want you to install these cameras at each point that I'm marking on the map. We will be able to record basically everything that's going to happen in this place in, well, the following night. Meanwhile, I've been also given these by other means. And you see her, she is wearing, she also, her top is a business suit also, but she's wearing skirts instead of pants, but she's reaching into her inside pocket and present you with a little and device that you have no idea what it is. It has a button. It's apparently made of plastic, you think? It's black. And you
So it's just
don't
a
know what
black
it does.
box with a button on it.
Yep, it fits in your. Again, it fits in the palm of your hand.
So is this like an easy button, or is this a you will self-destruct in 5 seconds button?
Apparently, it will allow to deactivate phone signals. I'm not really sure it works. You might need it.
Hmm. I go and then I put it inside my jacket pocket.
All right. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to record, if you can, everything, every little slip ups, every little thing that's going to happen, and of course protect the masquerade at all costs, of course. But with let a few caffeine and prawns. No, well, maybe I've slipped some bits of information. The plan
I'm
is
sorry. I'm sorry. You were garbled in that first part. What inform? Who and what information?
I've slipped a bit of information about what's going on to a few of the caffeine movement and crones. I
Ah,
expect them to go and make trouble. Then, when they do, I will take care of it with the local police and administration, as will do everyone else in the Invictus, and with all the camera that you will have set up, well, we'll have a fair amount of blackmail is just such an ugly word, but fair amount of evidence.
leverage. We have enough leverage.
Leverage. Good. Yes. Everyone wins. We are rid of those mortals, and we have things to cement our position as the leading covenant. Leverage. Yes, we have leverage against other. Simple enough, right?
Yeah, simple enough. Except I don't know. I still have this feeling that this goes a lot deeper than just these guys hanging out in front of this pharmacy.
Oh, I'm sure it will go. It's much more complicated than that, but thing is, we need to profit from that, and well, that's the way, easy way to do that.
Okay. Well, sounds like a plan. I seem like I have some work to do.
Yes, and try. Well, don't get yourself killed. Won't- If if things are getting too airy for you, just make a run for it. Better to be alive and to see and fight another day than just plain dead and worst used as a vitae reservoir.
Oh, don't worry. I'm always looking out for my survival. Do you have any word on when this assault's gonna take place?
In a few nights, I think, but maybe not tomorrow, but day after that, I think it will. It depends. Apparently, from what I have gathered, there are some. I don't really have anyone in the sheriff office, and they're dealing with this now. And from what I heard, you and the group you hang out with are kind of the one who. I think you're supposed to decide. I don't know. The prince haven't said anything about this, but you know.
I see. I see. I just want to make sure that, what I'm doing and what the sheriff's doing and what the other groups are doing aren't gonna coalesce into a perfect shitstorm.
No, no, of course not. Just, send the meatheads ahead and just thin out their numbers, gather them leverage, and cover up the whole thing.
Understood.
So
Um,
that's why I have date tonight with someone inside the, well, not the chief of police, but one who monitors call and camera feeds. I don't fucking know his name, but it just struck out the conversation, and I tend to use it to use him. Sorry, it's just intend to use him and cover our society. It's important that police isn't aware of what we do.
I totally get that. So I get up, calmly collect myself. I guess do you do the French kiss as a goodbye too?
Yep.
So I do the French kiss goodbye, which in America has a totally different connotation, but anyway. Um, and yeah, I make my way to the.
All right.
As I leave, though, I say, I must say, I admire your living accommodations, and I assume he go. I look out into the street. I assume this is your feeding ground.
Yes. Well, I have permission. It's not mine, but I have permission to hunt here.
Well, I admire your taste. Good evening,
Thank
my
you.
lady.
Good evening, Dylan.
And I calmly and I guess confidently walk back down the street towards my house, trying to figure out how the fuck am I going to do all this.
All right. Do you look at the map a bit?
Is there is wait? Is there a map?
Yes, she given you a map of places when she wants the camera up.
Oh, I thought maybe you posted a map on the screen. I'm like, wait, I don't see a map. No,
No,
yeah,
no.
obviously, as I'm walking back to my apartment, I'm looking at the map. I'm also pulling out my
Right.
cell phone.
Give me a chance die.
And I also whip out my cell phone and call Joshua.
All right. Give me a chance die first.
I'm sorry. Do you want something
Give
from
me a
me?
chance dice. Yes, please.
A chance die?
Yes.
Nothing else?
Nothing else. Chance dice. I don't tell you the roll, but I already calculated it. So chance. Yeah, nothing. Good. You look at the map and it just all right. It's a circle around the neighboring houses and streets from where the one of the cult headquarters is located. But Joshua, your phone is ringing with it's Dylan.
Ah,
He's
I'm
calling you.
driving. Driving fast. All right, answer the phone. Hey, Lou.
Do me a dexterity drive roll -1 for that.
Oh, just watch me like crash in the middle of one of these days. Drive. That's intelligence. No, 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 no.
No, if you had intelligence, you wouldn't be
I
driving.
wouldn't be doing this so frequently.
Yes.
But I've been scared by a big bird lately. But it's okay. I know what I'm doing. I'm American. I can
Do.
drive.
So yeah, Dylan, Joshua picks up the phone. Hello?
Hello, Dylan.
Hello. Hey, Joshua. You busy right now?
Oh no, of course not. No, I'm just running from demon birds. How about you?
Handling my business. Speaking on that, I think I got an opportunity I want to loop you in on. If you want to come over here and pick me up, I got something that might be mutually beneficial to the both of us.
Well, I got a little bit of a drive until I reach Celine's vineyard. Tell you what, I'll just swing by, pick you up, and we'll talk about it on the way.
Sounds like a plan. Pick me up in my place.
Gotcha. Be there in how many red lights are there? I can you soon enough, soon enough. And so I'll go ahead and hang up and drive over to pick you up. I'm also sending Celine a text message saying, cool if I come over, need to make a thing.
By the by, what is it? Just before dawn, or is it a noon?
No, it's about 1 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely a few hours into this.
Okay. I'll say, okay, sure.
Alright, I just send you like a smiley face in response and pick up Dylan. So assuming nothing's in the way, once he's in the van and we're on the
Well,
way,
you notice that I'm carrying a briefcase.
I'll just kind of like eye it up and kind of go, so, how big are the denominations in that one?
Oh,
It's a
this?
bunny
No, that's
cake,
just a.
right?
I go, oh, this? No, it's a dirty bomb.
Joshua kind of looks at you for a moment, trying to figure out if you're serious or not.
And then I bust out laughing. You should have seen the look on your face.
You almost got me excited. That would have solved half my problems.
Oh, really? Okay, mental note. Um, so yeah, listen about the sons of Phobos, and I tell him that I got my sire looped in on this whole thing, and she wants to use the situation to get an advantage in the court. And obviously, if she gets a boost, I get a boost, and there, ergo, you get a boost. And maybe you don't have to wait a week to get computer parts. Maybe you just have a nice little warehouse full of spare parts on standby. What do you think about that idea?
Sounds like a whole lot of complicated politics to me.
It always is, dude. That's what the Invictus is all about. Don't worry about that. That's my side. I just need your skills
So what
to handle.
exactly are they looking to do here?
Well, you're the technical guy, so maybe you can explain this to me. I open up the briefcase and it says, how many spy cameras are there?
About what did I say? 8.
I assume you
And the
know these.
black box thing. Would
I have,
I be able to recognize what that thing is?
and
With
then
a
yeah,
quick wits computer.
Okay. Do do two wits and two computer. There we go.
No, you never seen this model before.
This is kind of weird.
But then again, you can have time to analyze it once you're not driving.
Yeah, I should obviously not like have this like in front of my face, but I'm just so hypnotized by like this one big
yeah.
red
She
jolly
says this.
candy like button.
Yeah, she says this thing can like kill cell phone signals. I don't know, some James Bond shit. I'm pretty sure
Oh, it's a
you're.
jammer. Yeah, no, that stuff's
Yeah.
easy to put together. You just like fill up the airwaves with a whole bunch of nonsense.
Yep,
I figured.
Also,
So,
totally illegal, by the way.
totally.
oh,
This one seems to have been, yeah, it seems to be a custom one, so just meant for the occasion. Probably a one-time thing.
so
Well, looks like
yeah,
they
I
got
don't.
their bases covered.
So yeah, I don't know what the value of this is. I mean, I guess if the shit hits the fan, no one can dime out the police or something. But anyway, we got this as an asset, and I put it back in my pocket. And I go, she gave me this map of locations that she wants these cameras logged in. I'm assuming she wants sort of like a, candid,
Surveillance network.
yeah, candid camera, to, you know, cops kind of footage to see who makes a mistake, whatever. So that's her plan. So I don't know shit about laying spy cameras in the middle of the, in a secret ops kind of thing. So I think that's just more your speed.
Oh yeah, no, this is script kiddie work, just send someone out and just slap them on a wall or something and make sure no one sees it. But alright, so they want us to set up cameras, and they want it around the children of Phobos. But what are they wanting out of it though? Like, is there I know me and Lucian were maybe planning a thing, and I think you were involved in that too.
Well, yeah, he's got his sire wants to take care of the zombies because apparently that's some sort of a front on something or
Hmm.
other. But no, she's basically leaked this out to the other two factions and she's going to let them take care of it instead of the sheriff. So we're just supposed to be there to document that and I guess control the situation if shit goes sour. I don't know. That's the part where I'm kind of fuzzy on.
Yeah, I can see why. So, I mean, if we're damage control, that's one thing. If they're wanting us to, well, do what we were
She
planning
im-
anyway.
she implied that it's actually up to us when these guys get hit.
Hmm. So I guess they are expecting us to still do the dirty work. Well, joke's on them, we were gonna do it anyway.
So if that's the case and we're actually the A team, then I guess it's up to us.
What do you think they want done, though? Do they want, like, the whole building burnt down or something? What's their
No,
goal
no, no,
here? What's their
dude,
end
dude.
result?
No, no, man. Come on, no. This isn't. You've been watching too many movies, man. This has to be completely handled quietly. Like no police, no fire department, no records. The
Oh no,
masquerade.
no, no. What I'm saying is like, what kind of goal are they after? They want just like the whole cult of Phobos like completely annihilated, or they want us to go politely ask them to stop using zombies? What's
I would imagine that if these guys disappear off the face of the earth and never are seen again, which is the way we need to handle this situation, that sends a message to anybody that basically says, "Don't mess with us, or this will happen to you."
right, right.
In lieu of that, if that doesn't work, I'm pretty sure this is the first of many such quote unquote operations that are going to be happening over this. And who knows where the hell this reaches. I get the feeling this is not just a one-off thing. This is something much deeper.
Joshua just kind of like thinks quietly to himself for a little bit, just like staring out onto the road.
And I just go, and you know what that means? Opportunity. Opportunity for two ingenious and ambitious men to move their way up in the world.
Hmm. Something I don't like about all this, though.
I don't like anything about all of this, but that's not really important. What's more important is how do we land once the shit hits the fan.
Hmm. Yeah, I suppose that's true. If we're gonna end up out on top anyway, may as well end up somewhere nice. But I got other things to worry about right now.
Oh, really? What's your problem?
Well, I'm pretty sure I just had a bird declare revenge on me for all eternity. And he says that
Uh,
with, like, a completely straight face.
Wait, did you say bird?
Yeah, bird. Big ol' shadowy, violent, string me up by the neck bird. Who also was in command of a corpse, so, additional terrible, terrible things going on.
Hmm. Looks like you need allies to protect you from imminent threats.
A little bit. I got a couple things in mind. That's why I'm heading to Celine's. I was told the only things it doesn't like is light and fire, and flashlight's not going to be good enough. So I got an idea.
What, you gonna make like a freaking flood lamp or something? You gonna walk around with a giant flood?
I was thinking a firebomb.
Oh yeah, that's totally inconspicuous.
Well, you just get like a canister of chemicals and a little pin to separate them. Then you pull it and it explodes. Simple, right? I figure if it's gonna hate it as much as I do, and I will have no ability to defend myself, at least I can take it down with me.
That's planning for failure, dude. That's worse than regular planning.
Oh no, I got a plan to succeed too, but worst case scenario. Gotta do things one at a time. One at a time. Oh, here's the building. At this point, I imagine I'm pulling up to Celine's vineyard.
Yep, out in the country. Well, let's go.
Yeah,
Yep,
head
that's
on
fine.
up, knock at the door, and greet Celine.
Oh, good evening. Or morning, whatever it might be. What's up?
Oh hey, just come by
Uh,
to
just
get
for
some materials.
clarification, Mary, with your permission, is currently just checking a bit where the vine will be planted next year.
Oh, of course. She
Yeah,
has free reign of the vineyard.
Ah, yeah. All right.
right. So I'll go ahead and like scratch the back of my head and kind of go, I'm kind of in a bit of trouble. It's not too much if I use a crafting bench, is it?
She'll kind of go, "Oh no, what happened now?
Well,
Do
you
you
know how
need?"
I can irritate some people?
I wouldn't know anything about that, Joshua.
No, of course not. No, I'm just such a wonderful personality. Well, turns out someone didn't like that, and it turns out demon birds especially don't like that.
Do you need some armor? I can make you something.
I was thinking of a weapon. I'm thinking of making a couple fire bombs. I brought some
Oh,
gasoline just for it.
oh, well, I think it's a little bit more complex than just putting gasoline in a jug.
Oh no, that's why I also brought a little extra too. I can work it out. I got some of the formulas. I still got my cookbook.
Do you? Okay. I would. These are sorts of things that require a lot of complex ratios and so such.
Well, I did it once, like in high school. I figured it shouldn't be too hard to do again.
How
I get
much?
the feeling this is not his first time at the rodeo, even though I too was kind of like, wait, you want to make a grid?
It's
She'll
not like
kind of
I'm a serial arsonist or anything, but you can just cook. I can cook something up.
she'll kind of stare at him blankly and say, "How good's your chemistry again, Joshua?"
Does AP college course count?
Better than mine. I didn't pass chemistry because I didn't really take.
I dropped out of college to start my own business.
Still, the more complicated thing I'm probably looking at is fashioning a tin can with a proper mechanism.
I
Yep.
could probably do that as far as like anything mechanical crafting wise, but any sort of like chemical or science based anything, Celine is worse than useless.
Yeah, I figure I got a little bit of time before it comes from my head. It said, I got probably a good 100 years on it. If I was really pressed for time, I'd probably just be making Molotovs and panicking.
I mean, it basically say maybe not today or maybe in an hour. So
Maybe
you
not
never know.
today, maybe in an hour, maybe in 100 years, but I'll get revenge one day.
What did you do to piss this thing off?
Well, I thought it was a person, and I tried eating it, and it tasted a whole lot like rotting corpse. It was just puppeting the thing, but that was enough to piss it off.
Um, am I able to make a leap of intelligence that maybe the thing that Joshua bit in is similar to that shadow thing that was in the.
Maybe. I mean, both
Because
are
I have
shadow
no
thing.
occults. They see I have
Yeah.
nothing in occult, but it seems like
You.
Actually, when you mentioned them all, I could probably try rolling some occult there.
Because that's immediately what comes to mind as soon as you mention that. It's like,
We
Yep,
could put our heads together if you want.
you could try. You could both try an intelligence occult roll.
And I'm like, wait, you mean this is actually a thing?
Sort of. I mean, it doesn't feel like the same thing. I guess it was also puppeting around those mannequins, but...
so let's see. I have a 3 intelligence and nothing in occult, so that's 0 dice. So chance.
That's your chance roll.
Right, and I'm just gonna roll a lot better than that, I think. Only total 4 dice, though. Oh, no, 5, but I still failed.
Double whammy!
And we just kind of both shrug our shoulders and go, well, you know, it was similar, but we don't know anything about the mall shadow
Can I-
thing either.
Can I take that as a dramatic failure?
It's automatically a dramatic failure in the Sean's dice,
Ow.
and it doesn't
Okay.
give anything.
I'm here,
But you were
right?
very close for a second. Yes, you're here.
Can I like walk in on this conversation?
Of course you can. Followed by Yezi.
Hey guys, what's up?
Bark. Borf.
We'll fill in.
Doggy.
Celine will say that Joshua's gotten himself into a pickle with some sort of evil owl and explain how he bit a dead person or something. And
Huh,
Yeah, that's more or less it.
that's funny. I saw a weird talking owl just the other night.
what?
What?
I was looking
Oh.
out over the city from I don't know, something that you look out over city on. You know, Malachi's place. It's got those overlooks. Anyways, sorry, losing myself.
Yeah.
There was a bird.
A balcony.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not
Yeah.
in character. In
Yeah,
character,
I'm sorry.
Ivan is having a moment. He's forgetting words.
Oh yeah, true.
Anyway, there was this bird that was watching me, an owl, sitting on top of a building. So I flew up there and I talked to it, and it talked back.
You flew up there?
Yeah.
How did you fly up there?
Oh, I turned into a bat, and I flew up
I
there.
thought you
Do
just had a
that?
rich boy jetpack.
Yes, rich boy jetpack. You're always so full of mirth and humor.
Well, you know, when my imminent death is coming, you know, you gotta have a little humor about it.
Do you?
Celine will
Yeah.
kind of go over to Ivan and kind of look at you like she's inspecting you. It's like, what did they experiment on?
You can do a wits occult roll.
Oh, that's
Back to
even
chance
worse.
die.
Shanzai, go for it. Sorry. I'm sorry, you're not a very quick thinking person.
I take it I'm not quite
It
as
is-
privy to the same information Celine might in
You
this case.
fed some of your blood to Ivan. It is entirely possible that through some quake of the blood, he developed quickly the signature discipline of the gang roll.
Oh, that's possible. Yeah, maybe if you go into torpor, it affects your. Well, or I think he was in torpor. No, she knew he was in
You-
torpor
yeah,
because
you
of the
knew.
hole in his chest.
Yeah, it was
You know.
obvious.
So maybe it affects your disciplines. Whoa. She'll kind of look at him a little spellbound, like, "Wow, Ivan, that's amazing."
Is it? I mean, I really wouldn't know. I can do what I can do. That's all I. Anyways, we're getting past the
Well,
point
wait,
here.
wait,
I talked to the
wait.
thing.
Yeah, Memento, tell us exactly what the bird said.
I imagine I don't remember that movie. Yeah, out of character.
At that point, Joshua will probably just be like, yeah, that's about how the movie goes.
I'm not covered in tattoos. In my own defense.
Maybe you should start.
Why? I don't have
So you-
reoccurring amnesia. I have long-term amnesia.
Well, it'd be funny.
Okay, well then tell us what the bird said to you.
Oh, he said that was interesting. That we'd probably talk some later date, I think.
Well, it doesn't sound like it actually
Uh,
told you any good information.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
Joshua,
I
what-
thought it was
what-
interesting that it was some weird shadowy bird was watching me, so I went up to talk to it. I didn't know I was going to have to ask it about it killing somebody I knew.
But more importantly, does it sound like the same bird that you talked to, Josh?
That's probably an Emmerich thing right there, given
You.
descriptions.
How would you know? It's a bird.
That's-
It should be.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe
literally.
at best
Well,
I might
no,
have
like
like academics,
like
like, oh yeah, it was
like
more like a raven than an owl.
Well, it
that's why
wasn't
I'm
a
like,
writing desk.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, how did this guy sound like? Does he sound the same way as Joshua's bird? If
It
they sound the same
sounded
and they talk this,
a
if they
lot
sound this,
like an owl that could talk.
Sounded like a lady.
Like a
It
ladybird.
looking
A
like a man.
soft-spoken lady.
and yours was a
Lady
dude.
Bird Johnson. I knew it.
Yours was an
Mine-
angry person. You maybe a lady, but yours was angry.
So, what skills are required to mimic a voice?
Presence.
Expression?
Expression. Yeah.
Sure, I'll on that. I'll even spend a willpower.
Yes.
Hmm.
Did it sound? Oh wow, I'm doing that Pee Wee Herman, and it looked exactly like the. All those dice, one success.
Yeah, it kind of does sound like the all you encountered, Joshua.
Joshua will just kind of like cross his arms for a bit and think. Lucian's sire didn't seem to think that there was more than one of these things around.
He
Please-
hoped there wasn't one more than one of
Oh,
them.
he hoped.
Yes.
So I suppose there being one of these things going around makes a little bit of sense then. And that
Well,
does
there
sound
you have it. It's the
similar
same thing.
enough.
I'm sorry, what was the problem with it?
It's gonna try killing me.
I mean, other than that.
It takes corpses out of graveyards and wanders them around the city.
To what end?
Joshua will give a great big
Apparently,
shrug. Maybe it was out feeding too.
apparently that's a huge mystery.
Right, but I mean, if it's not doing anything, why does it want to kill you?
He
I
upset
tried
it.
taking a bite out of crime.
Why'd you try to take a bite out of a corpse? That's weird.
Yeah, it wasn't nice. I didn't like it. Not as much fun as eating cardboard.
Yeah, well, you like a carrion eater now?
No, I'm pretty sure that's a different bloodline.
A different what?
Bloodline.
What's that?
Hey, Celine, you go ahead and answer that one. Uh, but Celine, you and I can, I promise not to burn anything down.
Fine. I would feel more comfortable crafting a mechanical piece to this so that doesn't happen.
Right. I'd appreciate you working on that.
And if you burn my vineyard down, Joshua, we're not friends anymore, okay?
I solemnly swear if I burn it down, I'll burn down with it just so you get revenge immediately.
I go, yeah, Joshua, this is way too beautiful to have torched.
Is that really revenge immediately, though? I mean, having you die to your own idiocy is not really revenge. Revenge is something you have to inflict on others.
Oh, I can only imagine Celine would
Maybe
plan
that is
something
the
worse.
revenge.
Burning. I'm pretty sure that would invoke kind of a loss of humanity for me too. So that
Yes,
would be
because
very.
it is a heaven. Yep.
But either case, if he can describe the device he wants to create, I can try to craft.
I know it's not an heaven, so it will be fine.
Say what?
It's not a haven, so it would be
Oh, a
fine.
haven. Sorry, I kept thinking you were
Haven.
saying Ivan. I was like, what?
No, it's not an Ivan. You can burn Ivan.
It's not an Ivan. Wait, what? What's not an Ivan? Well, technically anything that's
Everything
not
else.
Ivan. Yeah. It's a safe
So-
Ivan.
What would I need to roll for the craft? Would it be intelligence
Uh,
craft?
No, first, Joshua would need to make an intelligence science roll.
Here we go.
Aw, yeah, science. By the way, could I go ahead and grab a conspirator for making this, more complicated than it probably needs to be to defend myself?
Yes, you don't need
Yeah,
to craft fire bombs.
I definitely don't need to, but I'm gonna. I could just ask my friends for help, but nope. Also, I'm gonna spend that willpower immediately on this roll.
All right.
Intelligence science, let's make some, explosive material.
Can't wait till the French government just rolls up here because of your
Yeah, no
conspiracy to
kidding.
commit terrorism.
Guess
Yep.
what? I'm an accessory too.
Vampire terrorists.
That's
Dude,
okay, we'll have fire bombs to deal with them.
Yeah. You can do. Celine, you can do witchcraft, and Joshua, you can do witch science at -2 because this is a workshop, not a laboratory.
Okay, does that invalidate the previous roll, or is this a
No,
secondary roll?
no. This is the
Okay.
second round to actually craft the thing.
Okay.
It's going to be an extended roll, probably with 10 successes required.
Okay, so if
Between
we're
the
going
both of
across
you.
10 successes, I don't need to, like, pump willpower into the first one, then. First roll, 0.
Right.
Well,
Well,
that
it turns out when you doesn't have any measuring equipment, it's a lot harder to do not blow the place up. But, you know.
Well, it turns out I put too little into this, and now it's just, like, really smelly water. Huh.
Yep. But you can roll 2.
I go,
Celine,
Celine, you do have home insurance, right? Is there something like estate insurance in France or something?
yes,
Because
of course.
this is what I like to call bad idea with a little trademark logo at the lower end. Like,
Copyrighted, restricted.
But both of you can only roll as many times as you have dots in wits and science.
Alright, so I have 4 of those total, so I can roll 3 more times total.
And Celine can roll. Celine can roll 5 times.
Okay.
10 successes between the two of you.
Well, I'm already halfway out of 3 rolls.
and I'm
So
like,
6 out
Celine,
of 4.
you don't have like a fire extinguisher or something nearby? Like,
Of course.
No,
there's
no, you
fire
can just, like, throw a blanket over it. It'll work just as well.
This
If the
is-
blanket sets on fire, you get a second blanket.
This
I'm
is
sitting
more.
here.
This is more like a construction. Not so. Yeah. There's like a huge box first aid on the wall. There's fire, like actual large sized fire extinguishers. There's
Yeah, a lot of this is
There's
probably
safety
for just repairing the farm equipment, isn't it?
yeah, I'm making.
So
Yeah.
so I'm reading the tag on one of the fire extinguishers, trying to get myself familiar with the procedure. I'm like, you guys go ahead. I'll take care of this part right here.
Hey, when's the last time that one got inspected? That's still up to code, right?
Oh,
It
yes,
would
it is.
have to be once a month.
Yes, it is because I.
She runs a
Wasn't-
respectable business.
Alright.
Yep.
Alright, Celine, so out of 5 rolls, you still gotta get 4 successes. I
Yep.
think you could probably manage that.
To OSHA
Okay.
standards, you check it every month, but then the fire department comes around to check it once a year.
So, am I rolling intelligence and crafts?
Witchcraft.
Wits and crafts.
Meanwhile, I'm like, step 1, please remove.
And is it at a? You said a.
Extended roll. You can roll 5 times.
Hey, almost there.
You did
There we
it!
go, we're over.
You managed to create 3 fire bombs.
Alright.
They are strong weapons, so they will use dexterity athletics. Or just explode if you you want it to explode on yourself.
Legs. Yeah, or explode.
Yeah.
Want to throw a number on it.
I need to check.
Yeah,
Just
probably
how
do.
much
I'll let you get back to that later if you need to.
grenade.
While he's checking,
Grenade.
why do you think that a firebomb is going to work on a shadow ghost owl?
Well, they said it hates
Good
light and
question.
it hates fire, so I'll give it both.
Yeah, but you hate the same thing, and you're creating a bomb, an AoE of the same thing that you hate.
That's right.
The things that drive you crazy. I'm sorry, not crazy. Frenzy.
Yep, and hopefully that'll give me the common sense enough to run instead of sticking it out and trying to do it again.
Yeah, but only cool guys don't look at explosions.
Not very cool. I think we've covered this at some point.
That's what I would say.
They will have a blast area of about 10 meters.
Jesus.
Oof.
Let me.
What's the
Wait.
thing that covers how far you can throw an object?
It's basically. Uh, that's a good
Can a
question.
typical person throw something 10 meters away?
Yeah, but I'm sure in this
Yeah.
game there's some sort of mathematics based on your attributes and skill. I'm only asking because I have the mental image that Joshua is a wimp. So
Yeah, I'm gonna like not throw it very far at all, and even
Joshua
try to get away
throws
from
like
me,
a
I'm gonna
girl.
explode.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
he's gonna flub
athletics,
it.
I don't know.
I would
Let me
imagine
see.
that to be athletics. It's like throwing a football at that point.
Yeah.
10 meters.
Don't really know.
just want to know how far away from Joshua I need to stand in the off chance that I'm
Maybe-
anywhere around when this happens.
Maybe you need to make this like a frisbee because I'm pretty sure you were like you played frisbee, right? But you've never thrown a football.
What ways? Yeah, it will do a blast area, so anyone 10 meters away it will get 4 aggravated damages.
God.
Or
Ouch.
aggravated.
Yeah.
Wait. How about we just put a timer on it so we could run?
Too late.
Yeah, I can add on one of those. We got the mechanisms for it, so
Everyone caught. No. So the blast area is what again? Blast area.
10 meters,
said
did
10
you say?
meters.
Yep. But
Also, the problem with the timer is that they also have a chance to run. So,
Yeah. Part of the whole point of this is making it so that I have the chance to actually get it.
all right.
But I can work on the timers at a
well,
later.
add a sticky to it.
So this is how it's gonna work. Up the ground area, which is like 2 to 3 meters, it's 5 aggravated. The second area, which is primary area, is gonna get 4 bashing, and last one we're gonna get +3 to a dexterity athletics. To the rule, like if you were using a normal weapon.
Alright. So 2 to 3 meters, 5 aggravated.
Yep.
And what else? This says I'm trying to type it down.
The next 5 meters is the what you said primary area, and then you get like a plus to your saving throw, I guess.
Here we are. The throwing distances are close range, long range. All right. So it's definitely vague. Superhuman can throw at extreme range, but under strength with a strength of 3 or less, you can go to close range. So probably about, I don't know, I'd say 20, 25 meters.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Well, hopefully I won't need to use those anytime soon.
Hopefully.
Has Marie come looking for me yet, or is she still out there?
She's still out, but if you call her, she will come. She'll probably come looking for you. No, I forgot. No, you didn't extend the role. Well, yeah, she probably came back.
Okay. I am going to ask her for her measurements because I'd like to make her armor.
Armor.
And yeah, Joshua, it is athletics. Is for thrown weapons.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be dexterity athletics or strength athletics. All right. It is considered aerodynamic otherwise. So yeah, you can throw it at about let's say 20, let's say 30, 35 meters, maybe 40. 40
Okay.
meters. But you make the whole thing without timer, so you have some times to use it, but you probably won't be able to unless you make them all over again.
Right. Current instructions on the side of it are going to be shake well and then explode.
Yep. And God forbid you you have
Better not dramatically fail it.
yeah, God forbid it, because then
Yeah.
well
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it would still probably hurt the Strix too.